Welcome back. So I just finished doing Tampa Bay. I want to talk about Ottawa. So expansion brethren coming in. And what's interesting to me with Ottawa is I've talked about the New York Islanders and how the jerseys that they end up with are the ones they started out with. And for Ottawa, it's a very similar story. So we'll start with that because I feel like that's an interesting part of the story here. Is these. So this is their current home and away. The original home and away. The only difference really is that these here are red. So they're black with a red outline. That's the only difference. Outside of that, they are virtually identical. So I don't have the other originals in with the collection right now because again, I wanted to streamline this for these videos, and I didn't feel like that was a big enough difference. So again, the shoulders are the same. I was actually, and I still say this, that I was kind of disappointed that Ottawa didn't try something different, another direction. But I want to talk about Belleville. So with the AHL jerseys, I do have a number of AHL jerseys, and with Belleville, I got a bunch because I like the Belleville look. I do. So black one, yep, and it says right on the shoulder inaugural season. Now the Belleville ones I got through their website. I did not get from the AHL site. I got these directly from the Belleville website because they're in Canada. I don't have to worry about paying duties. It did save me some money. So the black one, I have the red one, of course. This does not have inaugural season on it, and neither does the white one. So the red and the white, and again, I could always take these all to a meetup and just have a line that just, when you look across, you go, B, 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 B. So there's that. But hey, these are fun. It's very similar to the O jerseys that the Sens have used. It is kind of a harkening back to the look that the Ottawa Senators had during their first go around back in the early 20th century. So that's kind of fun. Now, one jersey I do have in here of a similar look is this one here. So they added the white stripe to it, which I liked. I thought that broke up the black. I thought there was too much black on the original jersey, and as you can see, it has the red outline here. So the white stripes added, of course, the white jerseys didn't need it. So they didn't make a change there. But these ones were changed. And I was entirely too excited to get this when I initially got it because I was like, I got one with the white stripe, showing that I like to see all of the changes that are made. And again, I think that's a positive. At some point in time, would I be surprised if the Ottawa Senators did that again? Not really, no. All right. Oh, I didn't do a count either. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 16. 16 altogether. So the Sens have gone through some different looks. We'll get into that one later. That one later as well. So third jersey. Third jersey and one that became their main jersey as well. This was actually used by the team as a regular jersey, I do believe, and this was a third jersey. I like this jersey. I know that's not a popular view. I know most people can't stand this logo, comparatively speaking with others. Hey, it's got the Scooby-Doo eyes. I like it. I always like this. This was one that the first time I saw it, I was like, that's completely different from anything else in the NHL. And so I really liked it. And it feels like the gold on this, predating Vegas by quite a few years, I think that's kind of fun too, that they were the first ones to have the gold. Now, the striping on this is weird. And the striping in general on Ottawa jerseys has been, it's kind of random. So on the shoulder, you can see it's got the logo and you can see the red around the outside. So yeah, this was the third. And then eventually they thought, all right, well, we'll make that the regular jersey. Didn't last that long as a regular jersey, but they did use it that way. All right, let's do the 100th anniversary next, shall we? This is one of the reasons I didn't do it as history of the jerseys, because I wanted to feel more natural than just and then. So for the 100th anniversary, the O jerseys, this is a sharp look. It has the Stanley Cups won by the Senators during their first go-around. As I've said before, and I know there's some people who don't like it, officially, they don't count as Stanley Cups for this organization, because the Senators, since they returned to the NHL, have not won a Stanley Cup. It'd be like if the Vancouver Canucks changed their name to Millionaires tomorrow and went, see, now we've got a Stanley Cup. No, 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 no. That's not how that works. So, yeah, Ottawa, I like this jersey. It didn't sell that well. I think this one's still available certain places too. It really did not move. I remember I got a really good deal on this one when I bought it. And it may have been because there were other jerseys that had been like that before. And again, the O's. You know what? What I can do, so I can have two people on a line wearing the O's, somebody wearing a B for the Belleville jerseys, and we can have boo lines. Or I guess I could take two B's and have the boob line. But then I'd get in trouble because there'd be four forwards. The Oilers did it in the 80s, so it can work. But yeah, so, man, just think about it. You could go to a Belleville game and you could look across the arena and see fans who, there's a B and two O's. You could have boo. So if you're going to a Belleville game, you're welcome. You're welcome. And then you guys are all set that when the team's not playing well, you can just line up the boo. All right, I'm getting sidetracked, but I love these jerseys. This one was really tough to find, so I'm excited that I have this one. This one here, I believe I got this one at Sport Check. I do. I think I got this one at Sport Check. That was before the channel was the channel. And yeah, I love this design. I love the throwback nature of it. I know there's people who don't like it. That's not really my concern. I like it. I think it's really nice. Also, in that category of jerseys that I like, sorry, Ottawa fans. I know you guys aren't big fans, but I like this. I do think that this logo, as time goes by, people will appreciate it more. And I say this because it happens all the time in sports, where a logo gets changed. People are like, oh, about time, I hate that. And then 10 years later, they use it again, and people are like, you know what? It's not that bad. And I think that's what will happen with this one. I thought it looked better. I thought it had a better feel to it than the original logo, which again, they're using again now. This one, of course, is an Erik Karlsson because it was $40. So that's the thing. When he got traded, I got this for dirt cheap. This one here, I think I got this one from Ben H Sports. So a lot of if it's an Adidas, I probably got it from Ben H Sports. Just throwing that out there. If there's a name on the back, I might have got a deal on it. But outside of that, it's probably Ben H Sports, which his email address is in the description to every video on the channel. All right, and then this. So after doing the Tampa video, talking about bolts, here's Sens. At one point in time, I had somebody email me and say, hey, can I have that? And I was like, I can't find it, so no. The thing that I will say is that there are times people will email me and say, you know, that jersey you have, I'd love to have that in my collection. And they might ask me for it. But very often the question will then be, well, where can I find it? And honestly, with a lot of the Reeboks and CCMs, you just have to scour. You have to scour eBay, and you have to keep it up. You have to keep it up. Vintage NHL jersey, I do that search at least once every 3 days. Even though I have everything, I still look just in case. Just in case there's something that crops up and I go, wait a minute. And then I come in here, I look through the collection and go, yeah, I don't have that. That has happened. The Minnesota Wild jersey being an example of that I talked about, the Minnesota portion of this. So now we're down to the reverse retros. I like ending with the reverse retros. I think it's fun. Now, I have something to say about this one, other than going with the original red border. I'm not sure what's reverse about this one. Or retro particularly. Like, they went back to their old logo and released the reverse retro, and it was like, well, that's a third jersey. You just did a red version of your jersey, and you put a little red around, and you're like, there you go, we retroed it. Well, I mean, technically, the one thing that's interesting to me, let me go back here. So we'll go back to the jerseys they wear now. This is like gold colored, right? And it's a nice shoulder patch. But on the reverse retro, it's actually gold, but it glitters. There's a glitter to it. This is better. I don't know why they don't do that with their regular jerseys. I have no idea. Because I think it looks sharper. It definitely adds a little bit of depth to it. Now, this jersey is kind of sort of fantastic. And the funny thing is, initially when I looked at it, I didn't see this on the shoulder. So I was kind of like, they did it again. Notice that it's gold here now. So that part is not retro. And the striping. So that's why I turned the red one around. This striping is exactly the same as the red one. So it does incorporate parts of a couple of different jerseys. And obviously, it's still too soon since they had this design to really use that as a reverse retro. But when you've just gone back to this logo, it's kind of weird too, right? So, at any rate, the Ottawa jerseys are interesting. A lot of red and black. I'm a big fan of red and black. They're my favorite colors. That's why when I was picking a Hawaiian shirt for a trip, I was like, well, I'm gonna go with red and black this time. So I have two Hawaiian shirts. I'm at Hawaiian shirt age now. That's what's happened. I never thought I'd get there, but I'm here. All right, so there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.